Well, hi and welcome to Glitch 2600. Who am I? I'm Brian, aka Glitch, your friendly host through all things geekery. And what is geekery? Well, it's just all those fun tech toys that we play with that you want to know about. So, computers, mobile devices, Android, iPhone, all of that, computer, I already said computers, photography, videography, you get the idea. And you are here for a Glitch Byte, part of our Vlogmas 2020. And Vlogmas 2020 is just a way for us content creators to create something new for you every day in December. Some people stop at Christmas, but I'm with a group that we're just going to fire all the way through. And a Glitch Byte is just a bite-sized bit of information you can normally digest in under 15 minutes. And today is going to be an awesome one because I've been racking my head all day on this one, trying to figure out how to make it work, and I finally cracked the code. And because of that, I saw no one else was doing it, so I'm cracking the code for you. And that's how do you make your Android wirelessly come in as a camera into Ecamm, and not just the camera function, but the desktop. We already know you can install for 20 bucks the NDI camera and make that work, and that will use your camera like a webcam from your Android. You can do some of the same type of stuff with Filmic or other ones for iPhone and iPad and all that. And the nice thing with Ecamm Live is you can hook up your tablet directly via USB and have it show up as a camera, but you can't really do that with the Android. So I got thinking and I tried a different tablet and it didn't quite work because I found out certain cables weren't fully compatible. I was trying to bring it in via HDMI into my Ecamm and then into my Cam Link, and all of that just wasn't working. So what I did is I started thinking, what if I brought it in wirelessly? What if I turned my computer into a casting server and used wireless casting to bring that up? And eureka! We came up with a way to do it because teachers have been doing this for many, many years. They've been using a product, and it come to find out that there's a product that works on the desktop side. It's made by the same company, Air Squirrels. I put the link down in the description, but you'll need the NDI tools, which also in the description, and Air Squirrels Reflector 3. And it's about 17, 18 bucks. I'm sure you can get on sale. I'm sure there's discount codes. I'm still looking to figure out a good way to cable this up. I'm going to test some cables. The one I have now uses USB-C. I was testing with the one that used micro USB, and that was a little bit tricky. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over so that we can show you some stuff here, because this is my new Android screen. So that's me using it wirelessly in Ecamm. And it was pretty easy to do, once I got everything set up. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and switch over. And I'm going to bring up my NDI app and switch over to that window. So if I show you first things first, maybe it doesn't have the browser. Oh, forgot you have to have that maximized for NDI to see it. So if I switch back over, you should now see a Safari window. Ta-da! And so we downloaded this app and put that on our Mac. There's a free trial. You can try it out for 7 days. That's what I'm using right now. It's $18. Piece of cake to download. There's even a Windows version. So if you're using vMix, you can do some of the same type of stuff. And then download and install the NDI tools, but more specifically, we need Scan Converter. So minimize that, and that'll cause that to disappear. And we'll show just, well, it helps if I don't quit out NDI. So we'll bring that back up so that we have it. And I'm going to launch that back in the background because I accidentally quit by accident. And so we should start seeing that come back live. And we're going to do, yeah, I know, reopen. Gotta love when your NDI filter decides to just go desktop and enjoy all that. But you can kind of see on here where I went and, up here under my menu, I have this one for reflector. Now, I can just show you reflector. If I switch to it, it's just going to show my camera settings now. If I go into live demo mode, you'll get a little bit better view. So we're going to go into live demo mode. And basically, once it's installed, I go up here and I have my cast settings. I have my server. And more importantly, you have to come over here to preferences once it's installed, switch over and turn off this always on top. That's pretty important to have off. At least in my opinion, you want to have that off right there. Because all that does is it causes your reflector screen to stay on top of your Ecamm, and you don't want that. But once it's in there, most of the rest of these settings are pretty much good to go. You don't have to do a whole lot in there. But you can do more. There's plenty of advanced features. You can have it launch at your logon. I don't want it that way because I don't want to use up my network all the time. But that's that setting. And then once you're there with your NDI and your scan converter, you can just then choose it. And it will choose your reflector app after you have it in there. But let's go and show on the actual Android side. So we'll turn off our live demo mode and show you what you have to do in here. The hardest trick, the absolute hardest, is we drag down from the top. And you'll see all your apps here across the top up there, or your settings. If you drag down again, it gets bigger. And then you'll see that option right now where it says Glitch MacBook Pro. That's the icon for Smart View. And what you need to do is you click that. And then right now, I'll get a needs to reopen because I turned it off. But if I had clicked it, it would come back in. And I would get the option if I want to start connecting now, to this machine. And I'm going to say, yeah, and it's going to bring it in. Sorry, you're going to see it in multiple world going down forever because it grabbed my desktop. So we got to switch that back to reflector up here. And then we're back in there. So that's the big trick is once the reflector's up and running on your Mac, all you have to do is go in and choose it in your Smart View. It will show right up. Piece of cake. And now I can tool through. Even cooler, let's say I have my handy dandy YouTube. Well, in here, let's say I made that full screen. You can really cool hear, any sound and fun stuff like that. So you kind of hear it in there. So you can kind of hear that in there. If I really wanted to, I can bring it in for scan converter. So if I switch back to my live demo mode, you'll see up here, yes, there's system audio and I can do that. Or I can add a second audio device, in this case, the scan converter. And then if I were to go back in here, you'll hear it much better and I can mute my local machine. All things geekery. But you'll see and now you're here it's actually going to come through the system audio
that we're doing part of our Vlogmas 2020.
So I forgot
Vlogmas
this
2020
scan
is
converter
just a way
isn't
for us
quite
content creators to create something new for you every day in December. Some people, stop.
You're going to hear a little bit of double now, but if I go like that, you'll hear both through it. So I didn't lock my orientation. That's me being dumb. But you can see how we can bring that audio through as an audio source. Swipe and spin. There we go. And I can now tool through, maybe, there we go. I can now tool through my setup and have it on there. And that's just a neat, fun way to do this. So let me switch back to my out of live demo mode for a second. Switches back to cameras because it's doing that fun part. So I'm going to switch my feedback there while I fix that. There we go. So I can see all my fun mirrored settings in the background. So we'll bring that back up here. And now you can see. So if I switch back to live demo mode one more time, you'll see this is a camera overlay. So I'm going to turn off these little displays here, but I'll scroll down here on the left. And this is just now a camera overlay because it's it's in there as that. So I can move it around. Oh, this is not supposed to be. Let's go source blank. But you can see I've just brought it in as a camera overlay. So if I hover over there, click, I can change it. I can size it just like it's a normal one, and it'll show up in here, as a camera. Right now I've got 2 NDIs running by accident, so let's quit one of those. But there you go. That's the quick, simple, easy way to do it. You'll have those links in the description, but it's really simple. You install the NDI tools from NDI. You just sign up, free, get that part going. You get more feature rich if you want to do more in different parts with the sound. Otherwise, you can bring it in. You get that part installed, have Scan Converter up and running on your local machine or on a second machine. You can do this through, even better, through a second machine and bring that in via NDI into your main computer. But if you want to, you can do it all on one. It just, as you could probably hear the fans, kicks the processor up a bit. But you install that Reflector 3 from Air Squirrels for $18, and then you can cast. The nice thing is you can cast multiple devices to it. So where I said it's for the Android, it's also an AirPlay server. So that means we can wirelessly cast our iPhone, iPad, and multiple other devices to it using AirPlay. You can turn that on and off. That was one of those settings that I showed really quick inside. Ooh, all the sound. Who knew? New tablet, haven't messed with it, so didn't know it had all the fun sounds on. So you guys get to hear that. Nothing like live. But you said that you can cast in your iPad. Heck, you could AirPlay in all sorts of different things that support AirPlay. So use it to cast in music, copyright protect. You can use it to bring in your Epidemic Sound music, since that's going to be copyright for your channel. Okay. You can use it to bring in your iPad, iPhone, Android devices, phone, tablet. All of them will support wirelessly transmitting. So just something to know, something that's pretty important, at least I think, and a really good way to do that. And all it takes is that Reflector, NDI tools, and then you bring it in as a camera overlay and you can go to town. And the cool thing is, because it's a camera overlay, you can see green on there. If I wanted to, you can see that calculator, I'm changing the color. But if I wanted to, let's say I made it bricks, you're going to see bricks on it. And maybe it's going to be transparent. You can barely see the bricks because of the fade, but you can see the bricks right there. There you go. Maybe it's better if I chose beaches. You'd see some weird beach thing on that little calculator section. But you could do green screen effects with that, bring it in the background. So another thing you can do with it. But we're going to turn that off because you can do all of your normal camera effects on it because of that. But let's drop back out of there and talk to just you. So we'll be back live, you, me. That's it. Hopefully you found this useful. I think it's a really cool trick, a nice new way for me to start using and teaching with the Android myself. I didn't want everyone to be thinking I only teach on Apple devices. Yes, I do prefer them, but I've been an Android guy and I want to teach what you guys want to learn. So I'm hoping that you guys want to learn a little bit about Androids. And I don't just teach Macs, I teach PCs. I'm Microsoft certified on top of running Macs. So why not teach it all? But if you enjoyed this, which I hope you did, then please jump on and subscribe down below to, just go to that link, click subscribe, and then click the bell to be notified when we're going live, which will be again tomorrow. Or you can use that little QR code over there. You just, if you have it up on your computer, just hover over with your smartphone or camera on your tablet, phone, hover over it. It'll say, do you want to open up that link? It'll open up this link, and then you can click subscribe there. But you can also come and join the fun on Facebook. Just do a search for @Glitch2600, and you'll see all the same stuff there. Of course, we'd love to have you on the YouTube side. It seems to work a little bit better for a few things. But from there, you'll see when we announce when we're doing our geek outs, every time when we do our Glitch Bytes, which we'll be doing those and continuing those into the new year. They won't be every day like we are, after the first of the year, but it'll be at least once or twice a week, and we'll still be having our fun geek outs where you can ask your questions live and get answers live on the air. So I had a great time. I hope you had a great time. We'll be coming back with more tips tomorrow, so stay tuned, and I'll see you then.